Jason Momoa as a green muscle monster, and 50 Cent as a boxer. The new Street Fighter movie is already making headlines. The franchise has been one of the giants of fighting games for decades, known for spectacular one-on-one battles, global tournaments, and plenty of action. The games have sold over 55 million copies worldwide. Now, a new Hollywood adaptation is finally in the works, and the casting of the legendary fighters really gives us hope for something truly epic. The current project is not the first time Street Fighter has made it to the big screen. Whenever controversial video game adaptations are discussed, sooner or later the 1994 Street Fighter movie comes out. It was panned by critics and flopped at the box office. Still, nowadays many fans consider it enjoyable as a cult trash film. Its unintentional humor, awkward effects, and over-the-top acting gives it a unique charm all its own. Needless to say, we hope the new adaptation will turn out differently. The journey of the new Street Fighter movie began in 2023, though it was anything but smooth. It all started with the big news that Danny and Michael Philippou were set to direct the movie. The Australian brothers rose to fame through their YouTube channel Raka Raka, known for its wild blend of action, comedy, and horror. Just before the Street Fighter announcement, they gained attention with their feature film debut, Talk to Me. Their involvement sparked hopes for a fresh, perhaps darker or more unconventional take on the subject matter. Unfortunately, this collaboration didn't last long. Only a short time later, the brothers announced that they would no longer be working on the adaptation. The reason, it seems, was scheduling difficulties. The producers at Legendary and Capcom had originally hoped to get the film into production sooner rather than later. However, the Philippou brothers first wanted to devote themselves to their horror project Bring Her Back, once again produced by A24. On top of that, a Talk to Me prequel is also in the pipeline. So, the search for a new director for Street Fighter continued and eventually led to Kitao Sakurai. He is known for the Netflix comedy Bad Trip and his work in The Eric Andre Show. His background certainly suggests a more humorous take on Street Fighter, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The game series has always been a bit more over-the-top and cartoonish compared to its more brutal competitor Mortal Kombat, for example. The most exciting news likely revolves around the cast, because one thing is clear. Few elements are as crucial as the fighters themselves. Do they look the part? Can the chosen actors pull off the fight scenes convincingly? And can the movie strike a balance between the eccentric game characters and entertaining live-action portrayals? The cast is already quite diverse, featuring both well-known and lesser-known actors, as well as a wide range of nationalities, staying true to the original game. When it comes to Western blockbuster cinema, the biggest focus is likely on Jason Momoa. This time, however, he might look very different from what we are used to. He is taking on the role of Blanka, a green beast from the Brazilian jungle with the ability to generate electricity. Also known as the casting of the legendary fighter Chun-Li with actress Callina Liang. Like Blanka, Chun-Li has been part of the franchise since 1991. She's considered one of the first playable female fighters in a major beat-em-up. In the games, the Interpol agent is famous for her martial arts skills and tries to avenge her father's death. Actress Callina Liang is still relatively new to the acting business. Most recently, she took on the lead role in the heist thriller Bad Genius. The greatest threat in the Street Fighter universe has also found its actor. David Dastmalchian has been cast as M. Bison. He is known from movies such as The Suicide Squad and Late Night with the Devil. Bison is the ruthless leader of the criminal organization Shadaloo. He is characterized by his thirst for power, brutality, and his legendary Psycho Power attack. We find this casting particularly exciting. The chosen actor is known more for quirky roles than for muscle mass, which raises the intriguing question, will his Bison be more of a strategic mastermind, or are we in for a jaw-dropping physical transformation from the actor? For many fans, Ryu and Ken are the flagship characters of the Street Fighter series. This time, Ryu is played by Andrew Koji, who has already proven his action skills in numerous martial arts roles. Ryu's Hadouken attack is arguably one of the most iconic moves in video game history. His best friend Ken is played by Noah Centineo. While he's not widely known as an action star, he did take on a superhero role in Black Adam, for example. The creators managed to land a big name for the role of Balrog, rap icon Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Balrog is a disgraced boxer who has been part of the famous fighter lineup since Street Fighter II. When it comes to fighting, WWE star Cody Rhodes definitely brings plenty of experience. In the Street Fighter movie, the wrestler steps into the role of Guile, one of the franchise's most well-known characters. Guile is a battle-hardened U.S. Air Force colonel who goes up against Bison to avenge the death of his friend. He is known not only for his signature flat-top haircut, but also for his special moves like the Sonic Boom and the Flash Kick. In the first Street Fighter movie, the role was played by action star Jean-Claude Van Damme. By the way, Cody Rhodes is not the only wrestler in the cast. His fellow WWE superstar Roman Reigns plays the villain Akuma, a cold and ruthless fighting machine. And the Japanese sumo wrestler E Honda is played by yet another pro wrestler, namely Haruki Goto. The casting of the Spanish ninja Vega is extremely fitting. The vain fighter is known as Bison's bodyguard and is famous not only for his pair of claws, but also for his mask. Interestingly, a mask is also the trademark of South African country musician Orville Peck, who plays Vega in this film. American comedian Andrew Schulz takes on the role of Dan Hibiki. The arrogant fighter, known for his inflated self-confidence, was originally introduced in the games as a parody. Since then, his exaggerated mannerisms have earned him a special place in the hearts of many fans. Finally, the casting of Dhalism has also been announced. This time, the Indian fighter known for his ability to stretch his limbs is played by Vidyut Jammwal, another actor with plenty of martial arts experience. The plot of the new movie is still being kept under tight wraps. However, the rich backstory of the numerous fighters should provide plenty of material to tell an original story. After some initial setbacks, nothing now stands in the way of the start of filming. For a long time, Street Fighter was scheduled for release on March 20th, 2026. However, this date can no longer be met. The new release date is now October 16th, 2026. The new Street Fighter film adaptation faces a big challenge. It must live up to the high expectations of the fans, while also appealing to a mainstream audience that is not familiar with the original games. The cast couldn't be more diverse. We find it positive that many roles are filled by people with existing combat experience. Of course, it can also be a risk to cast people who have hardly been seen as actors before. The casting decisions could therefore provide a clue as to which roles will be more central to the story, and who might instead be intended for impressive supporting roles. Legendary Entertainment and Capcom will have to put in a lot of effort to keep up with the popular Mortal Kombat film adaptation. The 2021 reboot already won over audiences, and the highly anticipated sequel is also set to hit theaters at the end of October 2025. At least the collaboration with Capcom could help ensure that the essence of the games is preserved, while still leaving room for a fresh narrative. The big question is how the spectacular one-on-one battles and iconic special moves will be brought to the big screen, and whether the movie can deliver a storyline compelling enough to engage both longtime fans and newcomers alike. What do you think? Are you even interested in a new Street Fighter movie? And what is your opinion on the cast so far? We are looking forward to your comments.